Statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes in duration. Total time of public comment shall be limited to 60 minutes. No individual is able to yield their time to another individual. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question the board members individually. The following rules for public participation shall apply. Time limits will be strictly enforced. No personal attacks on individuals. No vulgar or indecent language. A person may address the board no more than once during a single meeting. Speakers should refrain from naming individuals. Comments or questions posed during the public participation will not be debated. As a reminder, this is a meeting of the board in public, not a meeting of the public. Our first speaker who signed in to speak is Lorenz. Maria Lorenz. Thank you, Maria.
Hi, good evening. So, last month, I addressed how this district received over $363 million in the lack of services for special needs. Some of you acknowledged a lack in this area, and some of you stated you would reach out to speak to me. Well, I'm still waiting. A whole month has passed, but it seems like you didn't get the memo. So I am here again because this school year has been riddled with havoc. Students with disabilities do not have aides, and teachers no longer have assistants to support them. School buses from the Board of Education have the driver acting in a dual capacity of a bus patron and a driver because, as I was told, it was due to budget cuts. I asked how putting the safety of our children at risk is justified by budget cuts. Elizabeth comes in fourth place with $13,260,027 and aid, which is the same amount allocated for last year and this year. Where did you cut the money and where did you appropriate it? I saw a quote that states, the fiscal responsibility of our board and our commitment to ensure that every child achieves excellence is our #1 priority. Apparently, it is just the beginning of the school year and your priority was cutting the budget and putting the safety of our children at risk. I do not believe any of you up here have any children with special needs, and if you do, and they are in district, you should be very ashamed of yourself for not doing more in this system. The current leadership is driven by politics and rubber stamping approvals of exorbitant vacation and sick time, a combined amount of over $555,000, yet the audacity to cut aides and assistants? I want to know, where did the money go? And if you took away from special services, where did you allocate the money? I tried earlier to look at your website, the budget specifically, and it wasn't accessible. Surely it was an oversight at a time where many parents are asking the same questions. As far as I'm concerned, all of you that sit here are napping administrators, and let me be clear, the race card won't work with me, as I am a Latina. I look forward to voting each one of you off at the elections in November. This administration is like running an absolute circus, and Mr. Tony Montero, you will be the ringleader. And I present to you the next act.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Lorenz. Next speaker is Torres.
Good evening, everyone. As you mentioned, my name is Torres, the mother of Jamie Ocasio Jr. He's 3.5 years old and was diagnosed at the age of 2 with autism. I would like to address the Board of Education tonight regarding the topic of special needs and their IEPs, Individualized Education Program. I will get straight to the point. This is my son's 2nd year in Elizabeth School District and believe the school is not providing 100% of the services included in my son's IEP, which is against the law. Last year, his therapies did not begin until 3 months later, in which those 3 months of therapy is still owed to him. I was told several times he would get what he was owed to him, and today I stand before you letting you know he has not received what is owed to him. And as a matter of fact, his first and second week of the school year did not receive any therapy. I had to contact his case manager to confirm what was the holdup. This time around, needless to say, the next day, I received a letter from his speech therapist. My son's IEP clearly states he will be in his PA from start to end, school day. In this case, from 8:20 to 3 p.m. His PA was told to start at 9:15 till 3:15, in which my son does not eat his breakfast in school. First day of school, my son's PA never showed up. Mind you, I had requested the same PA from last year due to my son's condition. As you may most know, autistic children don't like changes, and having a familiar face makes transitioning much smoother. I fought this all summer, but of course no one did anything about it. Until first day of school came, and PA assigned, my son never showed up. Yes, never showed up. Not only was I furious, but I received a call from the school stating to pick up my son because he didn't belong in that school. He showed up registered in 2 different schools. How is that possible? My husband and I spent all day going back and forth between schools until we resolved the matter. Now we have to deal with my son's PA missing in action. We drove to Elizabeth Board of Education and took a number to speak to his case manager. We waited a good 2 hours. At the end of the day, my son is with his original PA. Now my question to you. What can we do to get Elizabeth Board District following our children's IEPs? Will we need to file a complaint to the state? Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Torres, have you spoken to any of the assistant superintendents? Okay. Mr. Daniel, if you can at the next meeting, just get us a report back on the status. Thank you. The next speaker is Mr. Lorenz.
I don't have a long speech. Most of you said you would. Excuse me. Most of you said you would call my wife for getting back to her on applications that were available to the public, and she received the phone calls. She said earlier. Also, I realized that the last month, many of you didn't realize what you were voting on. There was a you need to reapprove contracts, and most of you were just approving it just to approve it, and some of you disapproved it, and it seems everybody's following the leader, just approving projects and having expenses go every which way, which probably leads to the budget cuts and handicap for little children. So I'm wondering if you guys can just think before you vote on approving expenses that are not needed. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Lorenz. There are no other speakers who signed in. At this time, I close the public comment portion of the meeting. Ms. Kennedy, shall I take us through the room, through the agenda?
Can we make comments on
Do it in the end. Go ahead, Ms. Kennedy.
Approve the minutes of the meeting of August 28th.
For the minutes.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Gonzalez, second by Commissioner Espino. Any comments, questions? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Batlis,
Yes.
Castilla,
Yes.
Fajardo,
Yes.
Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nera,
Yes.
Ferrer,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Trujillo,
Yes.
Montero.
Yes.
Acceptance of the Secretary's monthly report for July.
Move the report. Moved by Commissioner Second. Moved by Commissioner Gonzalez. Second by Commissioner Trujillo.